7 signs you are spiritually awakening. Have you ever felt like something inside you is changing, but you can't explain it? Maybe the things that once excited you no longer interest you. Maybe you suddenly feel more connected to nature, or you start questioning the deeper meaning of life. And sometimes, you might even feel a little lost. But what if these changes are not confusion? What if they are signs of a spiritual awakening? Spiritual awakening is a powerful transformation where your consciousness begins to expand. You start seeing life differently, feeling emotions more deeply, and understanding truths that once seemed invisible. In this video, we will talk about 7 powerful signs that you are spiritually awakening. Some of these signs may feel beautiful, some may feel uncomfortable, but all of them are part of a journey toward a more conscious and meaningful life. So if you feel that something within you is shifting, watch this video till the end, because one of these signs might describe exactly what you are experiencing right now. Sign 1. You start questioning everything. The first sign of spiritual awakening is deep questioning. Suddenly you begin asking questions like, why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? Is there something more beyond this material world? Things that once seemed normal now start feeling meaningless. You may question society's rules, traditions, relationships, and even your own beliefs. This can feel confusing at first. But in reality, it's the beginning of awakening consciousness. Because awakening begins when you stop living life on autopilot and start searching for truth. Sign 2. You feel emotionally sensitive. Another powerful sign is heightened emotional sensitivity. You may suddenly feel emotions more deeply than before. You might feel compassion for strangers. You might cry during spiritual music or when watching something emotional. Sometimes you may even feel overwhelmed by the suffering in the world. This happens because your heart chakra is opening and your empathy is expanding. You are becoming more aware of the energy around you. And although it can feel intense at times, it is also a sign that your soul is becoming more compassionate and connected. Sign 3. You feel drawn to spirituality. During spiritual awakening, people often feel naturally attracted to spiritual practices. You might suddenly feel interested in meditation, yoga, astrology, energy healing, ancient wisdom, books about consciousness or spirituality may suddenly start appearing in your life. It may feel like the universe is guiding you toward knowledge that helps you grow. This is not a coincidence. When your soul begins awakening, it naturally seeks wisdom that nourishes your inner self. Sign 4. You start letting go of toxic people. One of the most challenging signs of awakening is changing relationships. You may start feeling uncomfortable around certain people. Friends who once felt close may now seem negative or draining. You may notice that you no longer enjoy gossip, drama, or shallow conversations. This does not mean you are becoming arrogant. It simply means your energy is changing. As your vibration rises, you naturally move away from environments that lower your energy. Sometimes spiritual awakening requires releasing relationships that no longer align with your growth. And although it can feel painful, it ultimately creates space for healthier and more meaningful connections. Sign 5. You experience synchronicities. Have you ever noticed repeating numbers like 111, 222, 333, or strange coincidences that seem too perfect to be random? Maybe you think about someone and they suddenly call you. Or you ask the universe for guidance and then hear the exact answer in a conversation or video. These are called synchronicities. They are meaningful coincidences that many people experience during spiritual awakening. Synchronicities often feel like gentle signs that you are aligned with the flow of the universe. They remind you that life is not just random chaos, there is a deeper intelligence guiding everything. Sign 6. You feel a deep connection with nature. Another beautiful sign is feeling deeply connected to nature. You may suddenly feel peaceful while watching the sky, walking near trees, or listening to birds. Nature begins to feel sacred. You may notice details that you never paid attention to before. The sound of rain, the warmth of sunlight, the quiet presence of mountains. During awakening, you begin realizing that you are not separate from nature, you are part of it. And this realization brings a sense of calm and grounding. Sign 7. You desire a more meaningful life. The final sign is a strong desire to live a meaningful life. You no longer want to simply survive or follow society's expectations. Instead, you feel a deep urge to find your purpose, help others, create something meaningful. Live authentically. Money and status may still matter, but they no longer feel like the ultimate goal. You begin understanding that true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with your soul. And this desire to live consciously is one of the clearest signs that your spiritual awakening has truly begun. Important truth about spiritual awakening. One important thing to understand is that spiritual awakening is not always easy. Sometimes it brings confusion, loneliness, and emotional challenges. Old beliefs collapse. Relationships change. Your identity transforms. But these changes are not punishments. They are part of a powerful inner transformation. Just like a caterpillar must dissolve inside the cocoon before becoming a butterfly. Your soul sometimes needs to break old patterns before discovering its true freedom. Closing engagement. So if you are experiencing some of these signs, know that you are not going crazy. You may simply be waking up to a deeper level of consciousness. Spiritual awakening is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. And every person experiences it differently. Now I'm curious, which of these signs have you experienced in your life? Comment below and share your experience. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be going through a spiritual awakening too. Because sometimes, a single video can help someone understand the powerful changes happening within them. And remember, your awakening is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of discovering who you truly are. Thank you for watching.